Today is the day to put our stock tank pool back upright, get it filled, and get this baby going for the summer. Come on. So it has been sitting here all winter long, upside down. We thought that was the easiest way to store it so it couldn't hold water, get mildewy, gross, frogs and bugs in it. So now is the time to find out how it did over the winter. Let's get it turned over and cleaned out. First thing you have to do is put the plug back in the pool, because we'd hate to start filling it up and forget. Kind of like when you go boating, it happens. So this is the end result of storing it upside down. It was a very small area. It'll all fill in. It'll be fine for the spring. The grass is fine. I rinsed off the whole outside. I am gonna get a magic eraser and kind of just rub all that. My dog does like to pee on it. And then again, just from sitting outside, it's got lots of water drops and things like that in it. We have gone to the next step and added the hose. It rinsed out real well. There was a little bit of what looked like a calcification that I tried to rub with my hand. It did come off pretty well, see? But it was hard, just little kids holding it up. So this I will be able just to rub with my hand once the water starts circulating and there's chlorine in here and the pump's going, that will completely just dissolve. It took all day and it's almost filled. The pool is almost full. Glad we left it running. It took all day. It is time to get this filter set up for 2021 summer. Here we have a flow clear filter. This is for an Intex Pool. And if you followed us on any of our stock tank pool videos, we've done a video on how to use pillow fluff for your filter matter inside your filter and not have to spend money on those expensive A, B, or C cartridges, which were so hard to find last year because of the pandemic. Again, I'm gonna do the DIY technique for our filter. It's real quick and easy. First thing I'm gonna do is take some screen. I had this laying around, and we're gonna take the screen, and I'm going to put it on. I'll trim that off later. And then we're going to take just a regular handy dandy zip tie and we're going to start it. And I'm going to put it over the net, the fabric net. We'll make it a little smaller and make a secure circle with the zip tie. That simple. Next thing we're going to do is trim the netting and trim the zip tie. The next step, you take some polyfill. You could buy a pillow at the store. That's $2, $3, and just use the inside polyfill. See? And that's what we're gonna use today. Now our filter is all filled up with that pillow stuffing as the media for the filter. We're just gonna take our top and our ring like you would on any filter. We're gonna secure it in there. We're gonna make sure that the O-ring is in place inside. And we're gonna nicely set this on top and we're going to screw it down. Voila, all done. Now we just have to prime it. We have to put water in it. So the top is on. The next step is make sure that your top plug, see here, it loosens and tightens. Make sure that it's tight so it can hold pressure inside the filter system. And then this plug down here, make sure it is in and it is turned tight as well. I'm gonna add water to the actual filter through this return tube. This is a return. And back here is the inlet. Here is what the inlet looks like. Now, I do not have holes in my stock tank pool. I refuse to put holes in there. I'm gonna take the inlet, pull it down. I'm gonna actually place it here. So now I do need to put this in its rightful place, start adding the water, and get it primed. So I keep it tucked back here behind the stock tank pool, and I put the inlet tubes in here, and then that is the return. I'm gonna fill them all with water until it comes out both sides and flows and gets most of the air out. Okay, and it's time to take the water and fill up our tubes. The water has flown through the inlet and it's already started depositing out of the return. So now I'm going to actually put the power on and see how it works. So I have the two inlets sitting on the bottom of the pool. They're being held down by a rock right now. And then I have the return. As you can see, the filter and the motor are primed and it is flowing so well. The suction is great. It's down here at the bottom of the pool. I'll show you that. Circles around, and then that's the return. This is how it worked last year, and it worked perfectly. We never ever had cloudy water. It cleared up really fast as the kids were going in and out with all the grass. I do put out a little dish basin for them to wash their feet off before they go in and out, because you do have to skim out most of the grass. The next step is to add your chemicals. The only chemicals that we use are Clorox Pool Extra Blue. This is the big, huge tablets that go inside of this floating chlorinator. They're about $5 at Walmart. And this is all I have right now because it's still the early spring and we're getting this going. In fact, it's supposed to snow tomorrow. It's almost 80 degrees. I think I'm getting sunburned and it's supposed to snow tomorrow. It's almost the end of April. So I am gonna continue to use this until I go to Walmart. So I'm gonna put that back on. And what this does is it adjusts how much chlorine you want to be let out and how much you want. See? So I generally just put it on one. So it takes about one tablet a week. So it's very inexpensive to run. I do keep it on all the time throughout the day, and then at night I do turn it off when we go to bed. You can also put this on a timer to run. So it runs about 16 hours a day. Open up the top of your chlorinator, open up our chlorine tab, and there they are. Watch your eyes because they will burn. Mine are burning right now just from opening this. They're large tablets. You put it in your chlorinator. Give it a little shake and it sits down in there. Put your top back on. And you just throw it in your pool. That simple. My return, my inlet. There you have it. Now all that's left is our greenery, turn our lights on in the evening. This will clear it up as far as all the grass goes. The filter will be sucking that up from the bottom as it circles around. But I do generally have cannas, banana trees, any kind of tropical flowers and plants over here growing back behind it. A perfect thing to do, do you see that spool? That spool has many, many reasons it's there. Number one, it's there because it looks good and it fills the space. Number two, it lets me put some pretty cute plants on there. Last year I did basil and all kinds of herbs on it. And number three, you could put a big large umbrella. I have bought a lot bigger one this year, but you could put a big large umbrella and open it up and it puts shade over your pool. So if you ever get a chance to buy or to have one of those given to you, take it. They work amazing. Well, that's it for this video. This is how we set up our stock tank pool. This is our second summer with it. It's simple, easy, and it does not cost very much money. If you follow our DIY filter media, that is the best way to go. So you're not having to purchase cartridges throughout the summer. There is natural ways to not put chemicals in the water. However, I live on a mountain. It's very windy up here, and the dirt blows and the wind blows and the trees, because I'm in the middle of the woods, see? And the trees blow and they all come up here and they go in the pool. So I really do need to combat the natural material that does fall into my pool, because it really does make a mess. It can cause algae to grow, black mold, and all kinds of things like that. There's absolutely no problem with it last year at all. Even with sunscreen, if you get a little sunscreen around the inside of the pool at the water level, grab a magic eraser with nothing on it and rub the sides, go around the pool, and you're done. That easy. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I really appreciate you. If you haven't already, please hit the little subscribe button and go ahead and hit the little dingle bell. It'll alert you every single time I upload new videos. I hope you have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.